like you need a survival guide to get through the holidays? Statistics show the holiday season can be particularly dangerous. Emergency rooms report around 12,000 visits during November and December, with injuries related to holiday lights, choking hazards, and distracted driving. UAB psychologist David Schwabel has some tips to help you get through the season safely. Be careful with candles and other open flames.
Adults should be lighting the candles. Older children, but not the young children. They need to watch the candle. And the candle needs to be kept out of reach so your young child can't reach up it. You want to be careful of drafts so that the flame doesn't blow. You want to be careful of tablecloths, of curtains and drapes. You want to make sure that the candle is safely away, the flame is safely away from anything that might catch fire.
Be careful not to overload electrical outlets.
We want to be careful of overloading electrical sockets. Let's not put too many plugs into a single socket. You also want to be careful how you hang your lights. Remember, there's electricity going through those wires. You don't want to put a staple through an electrical wire.
Always buy age-appropriate toys for kids.
No, I want an official red undercover knife and 200 shot range by rifle.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
One thing parents forget is, well, we can give that toy with small parts to the 8-year-old. But what about the 3-year-old younger sibling in the home? Are their parents going to be able to keep the older child toys separated from the younger child toys?
Distracted driving is dangerous. Keep your eyes on the road.
You're going the wrong way! He says we're going the wrong way.
Oh, he's drunk. How would he know where we're going?
You don't want to text on the phone. You don't want to use the internet. You want to be careful even of using your GPS navigators. Have your passenger do that. Don't do it yourself. I think the holidays are a great time. It's a time to spend time with your family. It's a time to enjoy yourself. It's a time to have a few little treats, but it's also a time to be careful. We get distracted, we get tired, we start drinking. We got to think about safety at the same time we're having fun.
The holiday season is one of the busiest times of the year to be on the road. Last-minute shoppers, social visits, and unpredictable weather can create difficult driving conditions. Here are some helpful safety tips for driving during this holiday season. Before you hit the road, make sure that your car is ready for travel. Always keep a safety kit in your vehicle. Check the tire tread, battery, antifreeze, windows, and brakes. Allow extra time in your schedule so you do not have to rush. Make sure everyone in the vehicle wears a seatbelt or is buckled into the appropriate booster seat or car seat at all times, even for short trips. Have a cell phone with you if possible, but never talk on the phone, read, or send text messages while behind the wheel. Avoid driving late at night and during normal sleep hours. Drunk driving occurs more often during this time, especially on weekends. While on the road, travel well-lit and busy streets whenever possible. If you need to ask for directions, stop in an open, public area. If you have a flat tire or other car problems, pull over to the side of the road. Stop for a 15-minute rest every 2 hours. To avoid drowsy driving, limit driving to 350 miles per day, or no more than 8 hours on the road. Be sure to obey speed limits and drive responsibly.
Traveling to a foreign land is an incredibly fulfilling and enlightening experience which everybody should try at least once in their lives. And when traveling, it's crucial you do what you can to ensure your safety as you leave your comfort zone and expand your horizons. Stay safe on your next adventure with these essential travel safety tips. Stay on floors 4 to 6 of a hotel. Staying on floors 4, 5 or 6 offer the best advantages over emergency situations. They're high enough so intruders cannot easily access your room, yet low enough for a quick getaway in the event of a fire. Give the impression you're always in your room. Keep the radio or TV turned on with the volume on low at all times. Also, leave at least one light on in the room, even when you're not there. Never flash the cash. Keep your cash separated, with some spending money easily accessible and the rest hidden, so that you're not showing off a big wad of cash every time you buy a mango juice. And although it's tempting to have your smartphone out constantly to look up directions or take photos, be mindful of your surroundings. Thieves love to grab cell phones from people using them on trains and run off at the next stop. Prepare a go bag. Keep a small bag packed with must-have items such as your ID, passport and emergency cash so you can make a quick escape in the necessary situations. Scan a copy of your important documents. If anything does get lost or stolen, it's always a good idea to have a backup. The easiest way to do this is to scan them and email them to yourself, or keep them on a cloud drive. That way they can be accessed anytime, anywhere. Grab an extra business card from the front desk of your hotel. The information on the business card will come in handy if you're ever lost or need to contact someone. If you're in a place where you don't speak the local language, you can at least ensure you have your hotel's address and phone number to show a taxi driver if you can't get back. Study up on the airline you'll be flying with. When planning your flight, it's good to consider the safety record of both the airline and the airports you'll be flying in and out of. Visit tourist attractions at off-peak hours. Crowded public areas are often a common target for attacks. This is especially the case when using public transportation. You should avoid going into crowded cars on the subway, for example. Carry your valuables in your front pocket. Not only does it give you a more visible line of sight in the case of pickpocketing, but it also ensures that you don't lose your valuables if you happen to leave your purse or backpack behind somewhere. Don't use your first name when checking into a hotel. One of the easiest ways to keep your information private is to avoid using your first name when checking in. Give the front desk your first initial and last name. For women who are traveling alone, use Mrs. to give the impression that you're traveling with at least one other person. Monitor your bank card activity. Travelers should monitor their credit or debit cards at least once a day while abroad, so they can be aware of any fraudulent activity. Many bank accounts offer the option to receive text message alerts when purchases exceed a certain amount, or if there seems to be suspicious activity. Stay at hotels that restrict access to guest rooms. This includes hotels that block access to guest floors unless you have a key to insert in the elevator, as well as those that have one-way stairwells. Be careful using public Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and public USB ports have become common ways for hackers to access your personal information. Internet banking, flight itineraries, and other sensitive online services should all be accessed through a secure network, or through a virtual private network or VPN to keep your data hidden.
During the gift-giving holiday season, various groups will talk about their top toys for the season. Here at CPSC, we are happy to report that toy recalls are down this year, but we have seen a rise in injuries involving toys. We want your holidays to be happy and incident-free, so CPSC is encouraging consumers this year to consider 3 things you can do to make toy play safer. First, start by choosing age-appropriate toys. For children younger than age 3, avoid toys with small parts, which can cause choking. For children under age 6, avoid building or play sets with small magnets. If magnets or pieces with magnets are swallowed, serious injuries or death can occur. Uninflated balloons are also a choking hazard and should be kept away from children younger than 8 years old. Discard pieces of popped balloons immediately. We also recommend that battery charging should be supervised by adults. Chargers and adapters can pose thermal burn hazards to young children. Second, gear up for safety. Include safety gear whenever shopping for sports-related gifts. Ride-on toys, bicycles, skates, and scooters. Wheeled toys can go fast, and falls can be deadly. Helmets and safety gear should be worn properly at all times and be sized to fit. Third, location, location, location. Be aware of your child's surroundings during play. Young children should avoid playing with ride-on toys near automobile traffic, pools, or ponds. They should also avoid playing in indoor areas associated with hazards such as kitchens and bathrooms, and in rooms with corded window blinds. Another good piece of advice is to have a trash bag ready when kids are opening presents. By immediately discarding plastic wrappings or other packaging on toys, they are gone before they can become dangerous playthings. Plus, it will make cleanup faster. 3 simple things you can do to keep your child safe at play are: choose age-appropriate toys, wear safety gear, and play in a safe location. CPSC wishes you and your family a safe and happy holiday season.
Happy holidays!